Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I've got 3 Halloween looks for you. They're super easy. They take about like 10 to 15 minutes to do. So if you guys want to know how to get these looks, then just keep on watching. Okay, so starting off with a fresh face, I am going to go in with foundation. I'm just going to use my Tarte foundation. Anything just works for you. The point is to have like a clear, like nice base where we can layer all the other products that we need on top of it. So I'm quickly going to take a damp beauty blender and I'm just going to blend out the foundation. Just to make sure that like the foundation looks smooth and stuff, because sometimes the brush leaves streaks and I just want it to look very smooth, very clean, very crisp. So yeah. Okay, so with the excess foundation that's left on the brush, I'm just going to put some of it on my eyelid just to prime it. Okay, so taking my James Charles palette, I'm going to dip into the black shade and I'm gonna just rub it all over my eyelid and kind of create like a smoky eye look, sort of. As I'm packing the eyeshadow onto my eyelid, I'm slowly bringing the eyeshadow up a little bit because we're gonna cover the whole eye. Like a lot of the eyeshadow is gonna get spread everywhere, so I'm just taking it lightly and just like bringing it over the crease and it's gonna be like a very like rough eyeshadow, kind of like finger painting when you're a kid. It's kind of like that, just rub it everywhere. And I'm also going to make sure that I try to make it as black as possible because that's kind of the look I'm going for. So taking a blending brush, I'm going to blend out the crease a bit just to make it look a lot more smoky. So, cause like there's a little bit of like lines showing from the brush, so we just want to smooth that out. And I'm just gonna blend it out towards like the corner of my eyes and like near my eyebrows because we want it to be like everywhere. Okay, so now taking the black eyeshadow, I'm going to put it on the bridge of my nose and kind of take it up towards my forehead very slowly, and I'm going to color that whole thing black. And then taking that, I'm going to put some eyeshadow on my bottom lashes to create that smoky eye effect and kind of just like in a messy way bring that eyeshadow down. So it's totally okay if you have fallout from the eyeshadow because it's going to complete the look. Like that's what we're going for. We want it messy, we want it like a warrior vibe. Like that's what we're going for. Okay, so now taking a blending brush, I'm going to blend out the bottom part of my eye and bring the eyeshadow down towards my cheeks. So while I'm blending out my bottom lashes, I'm also taking the eyeshadow that I packed at the corner of my eye, and I'm kind of just bringing that down as well along my nose, kind of like contouring it. I think that's the best way to describe it. Yeah, kind of just like contouring my nose with the black powder and just blending it in. Okay, so over here I'm just quickly blending out the bridge of my nose because it's a bit harsh, and now I'm taking a flat brush and I'm just patting on more eyeshadow towards my forehead very lightly, not too much because then afterwards we have to blend it out with the blending brush. Okay, so we're done with the eyeshadow, so I'm just going to quickly go in with mascara and just like do my eyelashes. If you want to put on fake lashes, you can totally do that. It'll make your eyes a lot more like dramatic look if you want to, but for me, I was a little bit lazy, so I just went with just mascara. Okay, now taking my Huda Beauty liner, I am going to draw a couple of lines on my forehead. Two of them are kind of like big, a couple of them are small. They're not like symmetrical at all. Like I'm just kind of going with like the flow and what I think. And I'm not drawing too harsh. So after drawing lines on my forehead, I go onto my nose and I kind of contour my nose with the liner, and then after that I'm going to draw some lines under my eyes towards my cheek, and in no particular like lengthwise. I'm just kind of just drawing with what I think just works best, like a couple of small, a couple of long lines. And again, I'm not doing it too harshly because we're gonna blend it out a little bit. And taking that flat brush, I'm gonna just blend it. There's a bit of excess powder on it, like I left it like that on purpose. It'll kind of just blend in a little bit because like the black is very dark where the eyeshadow isn't, so I feel like it just works best with it. And just blend it out to however you want it. I didn't do too much, but this part is totally your option if you want to blend it a lot more or if you want to blend it less. The whole point is to make it a little bit messy. Okay, so onto the lips, I'm just going to take like a tissue paper and just wipe off like any excess foundation that I have. And taking the liner, I'm going to draw a line straight down the middle. I'm going to kind of connect it towards my chin as well. So just draw a straight big line from my lips to my chin. And then taking a flat brush, the same one that I used to blend out the lines, I'm going to just blend it a little bit on my lips. Okay, so now onto the hair. So I decided to wear extensions with this look, and I am going to braid my hair. Not the whole hair, just the top part, and I'm going to split my hair in the middle, and I'm going to braid like the corner, not the corner, I guess like the top part, and just braid. So split it in half, make 2 sections, and then just tie them in the back. So not like full all the way, just like a quarter of it and then just tie it off. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and as you can see that I'm not really trying to be very clean and make the braids look very nice, because later on we're going to pull out some of the strands. Okay, so I'm going to turn my body around, and just to show you what I'm going to be doing, so taking the 2 strands that I already tied up, I'm going to just do like a little braid at the back. Not my whole hair, just like a couple of sections of that hair, and just tie it all the way. And now I'm going to do the exact same thing I did with the other 2 braids. I'm just going to pull out some of the braids from the back. Okay, so taking a curling wand, I'm going to curl some of the strands because my extensions aren't blending in with my actual hair. And I just feel like curls just look nice when it's like wavy and it's untamed. It just gives it like this really nice look to it. You totally don't have to do it if you don't want to. You can just braid your whole hair if you feel like it. This is what I was feeling in the moment. Okay, so on to the next look. Okay, so I already put on my foundation off camera, and we are going to start off with eyes. I'm just going to quickly prime my eyes. Then taking a white eyeliner or a white pencil, I'm going to do a cut crease on my eye. This pencil honestly really sucks, but it was the only one I had available, so I'm just trying to make it work and just trying to draw as thick as I can. Then I'm going to color the whole eyelid. I'm going to just take a small brush, dip into a white eyeshadow, and just put that on top of the white liner, just so the pigment is a lot more stronger, because the liner is really bad, like you can't really see the color as much, so this kind of helps. So taking an angled brush, I'm going to dip into the red shade, and I'm just going to put it on my lash line, kind of like creating a red liner. After I put some eyeshadow on my lash line, I'm just going to put a little bit of eyeshadow onto my crease as well. Taking my black liner, I'm going to create a triangle starting from my crease and then taking it past my eyebrows just a bit. So like the kind of looks that you see on Joker. So I'm starting off very lightly with a light hand, just trying to get an idea of how I want it drawn. And then afterwards, I'm taking an eyeshadow and I'm gonna color it in. So going back to the red eyeshadow, I'm just gonna take that and I'm gonna put it in the corner eye. I'm going to slowly bring it all the way up to my forehead, make little streaks and take it up to my forehead. Okay, and now I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. So I'm gonna just take a blending brush and blend out the red eyeshadow real quick because I feel like the lines are a little bit too harsh and this just makes it look a little bit more nicer. I'm taking a liquid gel and I'm just gonna quickly go over my triangles. I feel like they aren't as dark as I want them to be, so I'm just quickly gonna go over it. So I'm gonna take a flat brush and some black eyeshadow and I'm gonna smoke out my bottom eyes. So going back to that angled brush with the red eyeshadow, I'm going to draw lines underneath my bottom lashes, kind of like spikes, I guess. Then taking my black liner, I'm gonna draw some lines on top of the red eyeshadow as well. And there's no like particular like size, some are small, some are big, just what I feel will look right with it and just, just playing around with it. Nose, I'm going to draw a cute black heart. Usually people just draw like a circle, but I decided I wanted a heart, so yeah. So for the lips, I'm taking a jumbo liner and I'm going to outline my lips. It's like a pink shade I decided to go with. I feel like it'll be easier for me to do it. If you want to go straight to red, that's totally fine, or any other color. For me, this was just more comfortable and easier for me to do. And then taking that liner, I'm gonna outline a little bit further away from my lips, kind of like how I'm doing right now. And I'm using a light hand when I'm doing this, so in case I make a mistake or if I don't like the way I drew it, I can, it'll be easier for me to erase. So taking a liquid red lipstick, I am going to put that all over where I lined my lips, so including the outer part as well. Okay, so taking black eyeshadow, I'm using a flat brush to outline my lips just so I have an easier time with making everything look nice and precise, because obviously the eyeshadow can flake off and get onto the skin, so I don't want that. And it's just easier control, and I'm going to outline the whole lip. Also notice how I'm packing more eyeshadow on the corner of my lips than I am on my actual lips. So for this next look, we're going to be focusing mostly on the eye. So taking a black liner, I'm going to draw lines on the bottom of my eye, and I'm going to make them a bit bent so they look like spider legs, because spider legs aren't straight, they're a little bit bent. So I'm going to draw at least 4 of those on the bottom and then 4 at the top. And as I'm drawing them, I'm using a very light hand just in case I don't like the way I place them, I can erase them. And then once I'm okay with it, I can go back in and make it a lot more darker. Okay, so next I'm going to dip into some black eyeshadow and I'm going to make a blacked out smoky eye. Nothing too dramatic. I'm gonna just take a blending brush real quick and blend out the crease a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going back to the spider legs, and now that I know that I'm okay with how it looks, I'm just going to make the lines a lot more darker and thicker. Now I'm gonna quickly smoke out my bottom lashes as well. So for this next step, I'm gonna take a liquid highlighter. It's like a white silverish shade, and I'm going to use that to kind of highlight the legs a little bit. It makes it look a bit more realistic. So you don't have to use a liquid highlighter. You can use a white liquid liner if you want to. I just don't have one, and the one that I used before, which was a pencil, it wasn't going to show, which was why I went with the liquid highlighter in the first place. Alright, so for the last step, I'm going to take some black eyeshadow and I'm going to create a little bit of a shadow for the spider just to help make it look a little bit more realistic.
And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the Halloween looks that I put together. They're super simple, super easy. You can do them in like 10-15 minutes. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys have an amazing Halloween, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.